We're going to take you live to the Prime Minister now. He's talking housing, but he's just been asked about the bushfires. Let's listen in.
Last week in Canberra for 3 days to learn off each other, to get that advice from the National Emergency Management Authority that we've brought together in Canberra. If you look at the whole of the south coast of New South Wales was burning, and indeed in 2019-20, from Lismore right down through Mudgee, through the Blue Mountains, right down to the south coast. You're not going to remove people from all those communities. That's a fact. So what we need to do is to make sure that we minimise risk, that we maximise preparedness, and that is what we are doing between the Commonwealth and also state governments, working with Victoria has issues at the moment of bushfires and floods at the moment that they are dealing with. Tasmania, where I was yesterday, is being impacted by fires as well. So this is one of the reasons why, my government, together with state and territory governments, are determined to act on climate change. But we also need to deal with the here and now and to improve preparedness, and that's what our governments are doing.
Premier.
Sorry.
Premier, can I just ask you, sorry, on the topic of hospitals, is it acceptable that a 16-year-old girl waits 13 hours with appendicitis for treatment?
No, it's not acceptable, and obviously that's hugely concerning that a Western Sydney family had to wait many hours to get urgent treatment in a major Western Sydney hospital. Look, we're doing everything we can right now to turn around the performance of Western Sydney emergency departments. I realise that for a family, for a father that's waiting for urgent treatment for their child, that's going to be cold comfort, having waited the entire night for the help from doctors and the health system in New South Wales. We're investing in it and we expect a turnaround, but I can completely understand why a parent waiting overnight in an emergency department saying that's not quick enough and they don't want to wait anymore. I know that the Minister for Health is speaking to the father in particular today about the circumstances and as well as the management of that hospital. This really does come down to staffing, in particular emergency departments in busy Western Sydney hospitals. We're seeing an unprecedented demand on those health services, but we need to make the investment, particularly in the people that work and have devoted their professional lives to the care of people in New South Wales.
On the metro, Chief Bench New South Wales come forward and ask for a metro stop at Moore Park. Is that under any consideration?
Look, I'm not going to front run the report that's due to come back and be released soon. We'll have more to say about Metro, the Metro stops, its future when that report is released, but I'm not going to front run it.
Brendan, just on vacant land tax that we've seen in Victoria, these moves to encourage homeowners to either use their property or to lose it. Could we expect to see some sort of tax on vacant homes in New South Wales to free up more homes for housing?
No, I'm not announcing that. We've got many measures in relation to housing in New South Wales.
Is there merit to an idea like that?
Look, I'll leave other states to talk about their tax systems and advocate for changes that they want to make. What I would say is that we've made many changes in relation to housing in New South Wales, everything from short-term stays on the New South Wales North Coast to build to rent on the New South Wales North Coast and South Coast, to planning and regulatory changes for metropolitan development, as well as being strong advocates for more density closer to the CBD. And as the Prime Minister mentioned, we've doubled the amount of social and affordable housing for Waterloo South. We can expect more of that in the time ahead. That's what we're focusing on. I think you can do many things when it comes to housing supply and ensuring that there's enough dwellings for the people of New South Wales in particular, but we're going to focus on bringing on more supply. We think that's going to bring on the biggest yield in terms of changes for the people of this state.